A great meeting point, convenient light meals, hot and cold beverages, or a quick snack on the go. What's your order for the day? We don't just say, we do. It's the Stain City way.
And welcome to Real Talk on SABC3. The stage is yours. So after our celebration of Women's Day yesterday, we thought we'd turn the focus onto the opposite sex for today. A little later, we'll be shining the spotlight on men's health issues, where we'll be discussing the importance of voluntary male circumcision as a way to reduce HIV and AIDS. Before we do that, though, we've got two young South African actors who have lent their voices to the Man Up campaign, which advises on ways to help reduce the risks of STIs as well as HIV. But first, imagine being a Sotho-speaking actor who lands a role in an Afrikaans soapie, Seven Alan. The problem is you don't speak a word of Afrikaans. So what's the solution? This actor spent 6 months learning the language on set with a tutor to help perfect his role, and went on to spend 6 years on the show. He's also appeared in international movies. He's dabbled in music and has an album to his name. He's also gained experience in producing and directing. You got to welcome actor and producer Sekoati Tsubane.
Thank you for having me.
Sekoati means a person who's always angry.
No, not really. Not in Sotho, eh?
Oh.
To be honest, I have no clue what it means.
Okay, well, all right.
Different people have different opinions.
Such as?
Like Botswana, they will say, no, Sekoati is a thief.
Look, I think my rendition is better. Just a person who's always angry.
You know what I always used to say, right?
Yeah.
In Afrikaans, I always say, my name is Sekoati, maar ek is nooit Kwati.
Oh, you see what I'm saying?
So I'm never angry.
I wanna talk about the 6 months where you had to learn Afrikaans. So did you accept the role and tell them that you know how to speak Afrikaans?
Yeah.
So you lied?
I auditioned in Afrikaans. It took me a long time to learn that script.
You're like, this is all I have to know.
Yeah, that's all I have to know. It took a while, and then, my young.
Okay.
You know, being a glorified extra for 6 months.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
So then you learn the language and.
No, look, I wasn't totally like.
Lost,
yeah, because I mean, come on, it's a free state. I mean, I studied at UF, so Afrikaans was there somewhere in the background in Ghana, but not at the level.
You know things like prachtig and mooi and
other words we don't say on television.
Wat beteken jy? Do you know little things like you won't get lost, but you're not exactly driving.
But savor Afrikaans, like the savor Afrikaans. Yeah.
So every time you hear the 7-Eleven music, that you like stand at attention, like
I used to. But they changed it.
What's it now?
I don't know, but it's all now modern and stuff, you know what I mean?
That's a fail.
No.
They need to go back to the broken violins. Like, nothing used to whiten my teeth more than that song. It was just like, it's like you know where you're supposed to be in your life when you hear that song. So, you had to, am I wrong in saying you used to have long dreadlocks?
Yes, no, you're absolutely right.
Really? Yeah.
I had dreadlocks for 13 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
13 years?
13 years.
And what?
Did I give away my age?
No, it doesn't matter. But here's the thing with people with dreadlocks. Something big has to happen, or something big has to be wanting to happen in order for them to like get rid of them. So what was your thing?
Just two things, actually. When I dabbled into the corporate world as
in advertising?
In advertising, our CEO felt it very necessary for me to look corporate.
So you went in the creative side because they look scruffy?
I wasn't both, because you know the agencies I used to work for, they were very cheeky. They make you do both, corporate and creative. And then as well, it was also, the motivation was typecasting. I don't want to be typecast, so I needed to be able to change my look whenever I can, you know what I mean? So at least with short hair, okakuta chisco, okakuta German cut, it's a mohawk.
But as soon as you got dreadlocks, you bohemian.
Yeah, you're in a box, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You bohemian, that's it. You play drums, bongo drums. And you recite poetry.
Yeah,
yes. You say stuff like the river.
And you go on protest in front of the courts for legalization of certain substances. Yeah, you know?
Yeah, substances like your top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Born in Lesotho, lived in Bloem and Mafikeng, moved around with your mother and your brother.
Yes, that's correct.
You don't look shy. Have you ever been shy?
Yeah, because you know what? I used to be, how do I put it? I used to be very large.
Fat.
Yeah, fat, okay.
Oh,
if you
you're
put
a
it like,
chubby kid.
Yes,
We
I
all
was.
look, this is our lives, buddy. This is how we got personality. All right?
So yeah, I used to be very chubby. So when I was young, in my early teens, I used to be very shy because I was very chubby because I felt like, you know.
Yeah, you want to hide, you want to be invisible.
Yeah. But then, we grew up. Well,
So did you make a conscious decision to lose the weight, or did you just grow out of it?
both.
All right.
Yeah.
And then is that when then you start being shy, or were you already coming out of your shell earlier on?
I won't lie to you. Drama school actually helped me get over the shyness.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Being on stage, because I studied BA in drama and theater.
Okay.
So that's performing to a live audience.
Yeah, you get rid of the inhibitions and the hang-ups about yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
You studied drama. Is that something you knew you always wanted to do?
In a way, yes, because there was nothing else I wanted to do. You know what I mean?
What did your brother do?
My brother studied communications. He's also in advertising.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I'm just trying to think, like, your mom's stand and taken this, because
My mom actually just graduated last year, or was it the year before, at the age of 59.
What?
Yeah, with a clinical psychology degree.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay, Mom.
Because look, I come from a family that's doctors and ministers and you know that whole education vibe. Well, now we just went that way.
You guys were short-lived. But I mean, you studied for drama, so
Yeah.
you're also an academic in a sense, just because
in
it's
a way,
creative.
yeah. Cum laude. Yes, I was just putting it out there.
Not just a pretty face. Also clever.
Yeah.
So isn't there a fear when you are studying that you'll never get a job?
No, I mean, always, obviously, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, with whatever you study, there's always that fear of, will I find work in the field that I'm studying? But hey, you must just persevere, be strong, and just push on. Because my class is very bad. But they say, if you follow your passion,
It'll follow you.
it'll follow you. And money is a byproduct of doing what you love.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, or lack of. Yeah.
And especially if you've got dreadlocks, it's like you're like the stereotype for a person who's not getting paid but following their passion.
Exactly.
So you got a job at Generations very quickly, though.
Yes, that was actually, it was super fast.
It was super fast. That's
Yeah.
like records. You were in Joburg for 6 months and
And then
already
boom.
on the biggest show on
Yeah,
TV.
yeah.
I mean, what's that like?
My audition was well class.
What happened?
And then when you have to now, it's like, seriously, okay, let's act. Here's Bravo Sikunene right next to you. It's your first acting job ever, and you're with one of the biggest stars in Africa, you know what I mean? You're like, when you have to talk, the dialogue comes out like that. So yeah, it was, I
And
think
he's cool as a cucumber.
he's cool as a cucumber.
His eyes are hardly open.
Yeah.
He's out there like, yeah, man.
So I got overwhelmed by the stage of Generations, you know what I mean? Because I don't think I was ready for that. They should have started me off on something small.
Really? That's very honest of you.
No, it's true.
At which point do you realize you're overwhelmed?
On the second day.
That's quick.
On the second
What, do
day.
you not want to go to work the next day?
I wanted to go to work, but I was nervous because I'm sitting in the green room and here are all these famous people that you grew up watching. Moses, Connie Ferguson is there, they're walking around, and you're just like, you're like, Joe, I can't
So do you
believe this.
feel like your nerves shone through your role?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. That's
No.
exactly what happened because then the producers came to me and said they think I need to go to acting classes. But I'm like, actually, I come from acting
I
classes.
can't, I'm just scared.
I'm just scared, yeah. But we got over that.
Okay, wait, I want to know how you got over it. Like, don't you want to know? Coming up later on Real Talk, we're joined by local and international movie star Wandile Molebatsi, who got to be in the same set as Sekoati in the international release called Revolt. In the meantime, you can get your WhatsApp voice notes in, ask Sekoati any question, and we'll get him to answer it. The number is on the screen. We'll be back after the break.
What's for?
Dis Annie. Ons geluk. Moet ek ons nou spreek toe, ons spreek oor ons is.
Mgat jy bona kom laat first aid kit yakane. Lo mkota na wak. Jy het gebel vir ambulans.
Ek probeer kom nie maar gou.
Okay.
Vriendin, wakker word. Die ambulansmense is hier. Wakker word. Ag, dankie tog. Sit op bewusstelling verloor. Waar is jou stretcher?
Ek is nie 'n paramedic nie.
Is jy 'n dokter?
Nee, apteker. Posha.
Is sy 'n dokter? Buurvrou.
Swat. Waarom? Mevrou, jy moet nog wat gee asseblief.
Wat haar naam? Anele Stein.
Laat ek kyk maar die amanga hol. Was dit nog handdoeke nodig? Kyk, kyk pas asseblief.
Anele.
I don't know why I'm so impressed. Welcome back to Real Talk on SABC3. The stage is yours. The guest today for you, actor and producer Sekoati Tsubane, who you'll get to see more of in shows like Swart Varta, as you've just seen. Sekoati has entertained audiences across various TV shows, including Generations, Forced Love, Ring of Lies, and this is just mentioning a few. But in 2012, Sekoati was ready to give it all up. So he packed up, moved his bags and everything to Cape Town, where he transitioned into the corporate landscape, working for an advertising agency. But little did he know, his one true passion for arts would soon have him back in Joburg and next to the camera again. Why did you move to Cape Town?
I took a sabbatical.
From life?
From life in jail, from entertainment. That's a Josie. I was like, hey, I'm tired of Joburg.
What, was it very fast?
Yeah, it was too fast for me, eh?
Okay, when people say this to me, they're like, oh man, Joburg's so fast. I'm like, guys, then clearly I'm walking somewhere else, right? Because like for me, I'm just like, it's okay. Do you realize now that Joburg is not fast, you are fast?
Actually, that's actually very true, actually. Yes, that actually makes sense. Joburg is not fast,
Yeah.
it's the people that are fast.
Yes.
Yeah. No, because now I found myself in a situation where all of a sudden I've got famous friends.
Okay.
You know?
Because you're famous.
Well, maybe because I'm in the right industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before I got really famous,
Yeah.
I had famous friends and
Before
they were
I
doing
got
famous
really
things.
famous. Before I got really famous.
And they were doing things that famous people do.
Okay.
Rockstar lifestyle. So I got caught up in that.
Narcotics, alcohol, very fast girls, very fast boys.
Yeah, okay, sis Anele.
No, okay, fine. But then you realize that in order for you to stop, you just need to take yourself out of
Yeah,
it.
just remove myself for a while, you know what I mean? Go find myself, and that's exactly what I did.
Okay.
And it was actually the best move because now my fiancée I found in Cape Town.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's from Soweto, but we met in Cape Town.
Was she also on a sabbatical then in
No,
Cape
no,
Town?
she was working.
Okay.
Like this planning.
Cape Town's like this big retreat.
Like,
This big place people go to like relax. You're like, oh my God, I'm tired of the fast life in Josie. On Twitter, at Simply Tsepi says, at long last, Anele, brother must just prat Afrikaans to us. You heard him. Luva Sunshine says, Sekoati looking all sorts of yummy. Many people saying, a snack. A snack.
I hope my fiancé is not watching
Of
this.
course she's watching. You have my hand. So your children live in Lesotho.
Okay. I had a previous relationship where and I had 2 kids.
Yes.
I have a third one with my current relationship.
Yes.
The kids, yeah, but we're not going to the ones from the first
So the ones
relationship.
from the first relationship are in Lesotho, and then the one from your current relationship lives with you.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the parenting like? Because parenting long distance is something else.
Yeah, it's tough because I mean, just like yesterday alone, the mother of my 2 first kids called me, and she was like, "Okay, your doctor's acting up. Your daughter's acting up."
Hey, that's she's gonna be a daughter.
You see,
doctor.
you see, speak it will happen.
We accept.
So she was like, "No, she's acting up," and I'm like, "Okay, why?" She's like, "No, she misses her father. She needs her father near her." I'm like, "Ish." You know, she's at that stage. I mean, she's now just entering into her teens. So now she's becoming at that stage where she's acting up and being confused and all sorts of things.
Does she have like full access to you where she can just call you whenever she wants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think strengthen those ties.
Yeah.
Because-
But at any point in time, they can call me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how often are they seeing you then?
Yo, that's a problem, man. Maybe like 3 times a year.
Oh.
That's a problem. Because, you know, with our hectic schedules as freelancers, you can never really plan your life in advance because you plan, okay, I'm going to go, and then something comes up, and then something comes up. So, I feel bad about that.
And then what, is there no like plans for them to move here or maybe to come to boarding school here?
There are those plans. There are those plans. But Ish, you know, when you're dealing with former relationships and former mothers-in-law.
I like this when adults like to act like they're the only ones that matter. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, so I like, ish.
You included.
Yeah.
You included.
No, I won't put myself aside, yes.
Is it like a clash of egos?
Yeah, clash of the titans.
Just always be wrong.
Hey, I've tried that, eh?
I promise you, like,
Joey.
for me, it's the only way that because you're raising kids, right? With somebody that you're not dating any longer. They must just always be right.
Ne?
Yeah, try it.
It's but my pride. Hey.
But this is this is where I was going. And to be in arts, you need to have a certain amount of ego, right?
Yeah.
But then just know that when you're at work, your ego is allowed to flourish, and when you're at home, it doesn't exist.
I promise you, I'm gonna try and exercise that.
Yeah,
promise
if they say did it, you say you're right. We'll do that.
I'll send you a message if it doesn't work.
You're right. So what kind of because you said my daughter who might be a doctor, all of that. Do you see yourself in your kids?
Yes.
What about them reminds you of you?
The stubbornness. Yeah. My youngest daughter. Stubborn. She'll literally ignore you while you're talking to her. She's sitting right here. And then you say, okay, no cool drink for you. She's like, what?
Hey, look at that.
Yeah,
she's adorable. My Lord. Yeah, no, you can see that. But it's good. Rather have them to be stubborn and, you know, you want people to say your daughter's unapproachable.
Yes,
Good.
definitely.
You want that.
Next to my shotgun.
Yeah. Unapproachable. Yeah. And you openly admit and you openly speak about the fact that you did dabble in drugs and then you came back from it. Now, the many people I've spoken to on the show when we're speaking about, you know, drug abuse and all of that, it all comes down to a problem of communication between parents and kids. Are you now, as somebody who's done drugs before and been in that scene where you thought things were fast, are you like having those conversations? Because 13 is actually ripe for the picking where they start getting involved in the wrong crews.
Well, you see, I haven't actually had the opportunity. Well, she's not there yet. I think she's 10 now. She's 10 going on 11. So I don't think she's ready for the drug talk, but I want to do it as soon as possible. Yeah. And I always maintain doing drugs was a bad thing. But it's also a good thing because I can see right through anybody who's on any substance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I literally see it. I can tell when
they're tripping.
Yeah, you know.
Or they on
so
a
which
high.
is a good thing. That means the kids won't be able to lie to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I see
so
what
when
you're
saying. Beer. No, darling. No, that's not beer.
Okay, so your talent allows you, I mean, you did music in a bit. Why did you do music?
Because I love music, eh? I love music, but you know what? The good Lord, unkabatile. Because I wanted to sing like Kelly, but I couldn't. So I had to go into the kwaito vibe, you know what I mean?
So you did some kwaito.
I did some kwaito.
As a release. Would you ever do it again?
I was thinking of quitting, but then I did a project with a new producer who's based in Johannesburg, and I played the song to some of my peers and my family and friends. They were like, no. Now you're on the right track. Now you're on the right. You can't quit now when you're on the right track. I'm like, but guys, was all along, but next time I don't child or
stick at it, you know. Yeah. I mean, look at this guy, Teluguti, hey. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I figured I'll carry on as a hobby.
Yeah.
So that when I have events at my own place, I can listen to my own music.
And because you are in the directing and producing and vibe, surely you could also do a score for the movies.
That would be very nice.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I tried to do that for Ring of Lies. Oh, shame. It didn't happen. I did a whole song, produced it, was there. They were like, man.
Okay, somebody's confidence here. Like, you know, the rand, the dollar, the euro, the confidence. Sekoati's confidence is here. Sekoati Tsubane will be back a little later in the show to talk about his involvement in the Man Up campaign, which aims to reduce HIV and AIDS risks. We'll be right back.
Will be performing next month, representing Johannesburg at the Hear Me Move Finals.
I'm telling you, Future Nation are taking this thing. I'm telling you, without a doubt. Let's bet on it. Moves in it.
For no join Sport Nation.
Yeah?
Yes, rehearsal of it. the hell was that?
They call themselves Ambition and they're taking Josie by storm.
Ambition is the best room Zanzi's ever seen.
Guys, Ambition so cool. Endaweni yabo. Lena sisetrate.
Make some noise!
And welcome back to Real Talk. That was the flashback to 2015's Hear Me Move, which saw my next guest both starring and producing the movie. Ow, ching ching. It went on to collect numerous awards, including Best Original Screenplay and Best Score at the Kalasha Film Festival. He started out as a KTV presenter, but these days he runs his own business as an executive producer who's responsible for bringing us the likes of the 2013 movie remixes as well as the Tula's Vine on SABC3. Please welcome Wandile Molebatsi onto the show.
Hey. Thanks, Anele. Thank you.
So,
thank you.
I'm going to out you.
Ish, no, please don't. Ish. Be nice, play nice.
Says, please don't ask me difficult questions like what I think of the no confidence vote.
Yeah, please, no questions like that.
I don't think, it's like Lynn Brown, public enterprise. Don't ask me any of those things. Please. What do you want me to ask you?
Just like why it's so important to circumcise and be healthy, why it's good to be South African, why it's the best country to live in. Those are the questions I love.
Okay, how about this question? What I like about you is you've always been quite vocal about growing the South African movie scene.
100%.
Yes, before we give money to the international scene, let's grow this one first.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think it's literally just the stories that we have on the continent. You know, it's amazing when you interact with filmmakers from around the world and you tell them about Mapungopwe or the Kush Empire, and you just see their eyes light up. You know, the stories that we have on the continent are just amazing, and they deserve to be told on the best stages in the world.
So, which hat do you like wearing the most, the producer hat or the actor hat?
That's such a hard question, you know, and I get it often, and I never know how to answer. I think
today, what do you feel like?
Today,
because I know your mind will change, right? But today, what did you wake up feeling like?
Today, I woke up feeling like a producer. You know, I was like filling out PDF forms, sitting on an Excel spreadsheet, trying to read these legalese and just like, and actually that's the thing about producing. That's what you actually do most of the time.
Admin.
It's admin.
It's admin. So how did you master admin? Because I know that because if you're a creative and you're an artist and you are a KTV presenter, you know, you're on the colorful side of things, and producing it's number crunching, it's papers, it's forms, it's meetings, it's clients, it's schmoozing, it's convincing, it's persuasion. You spend 90% of the time persuading people to follow your dream.
Absolutely.
And I mean, those are two different things. So where did the discipline come from? I
think the discipline was, I realized that you have to engage them differently. Like you literally have to put on another hat, you know. I mean, to the point where Fidel and my business partner, we actually sit in different...
His name is Fidel?
Fidel, yeah.
Like Fidel Castro?
Yes, like Fidel Castro.
Okay, carry on.
We literally sit in different places in the office when we're in that space. Like, he's a brilliant writer. And so when he's writing, he sits by the coffee machine, you know, so he can hear the sounds of people, conversation, that kind of thing. And when he's got his producer hat on, he sits in the office by the desk, and he's looking at spreadsheets, and he's thinking about strategies. How do we get funding? How do we close this project? How do we attach talent to different projects? And it's about having different ideas of what the discipline requires.
So I would assume that being in front of the camera for so long and as a kid, no, this is not going to be difficult. Don't worry. Walk with me. Don't lose me. And I mean, I'm assuming this, so it's not true. You can either agree with me or you can disagree. Is that when you are on the creative side of things and you're acting and you're presenting, you deal with a lot of rejection.
Yes.
Did that teach you to have a thick skin when it comes to producing and pitching and being rejected?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's so true. And like a thing that we like to say in the office, that go out and get the no, you know? Just keep getting the no, you know? It's like just keep getting the no's, because at some point you're going to get the yes. You know, at some point you're going to put in an application to DTI and it's going to get approved. And at some point you're going to say something to a producer in Yugoslavia and they're going to be like, actually, we've got money for an African project. You just have to keep getting the no's, you know, to keep at it.
Go out and get the no's.
Go out and get the no's, because when the yes comes through, you're going to just exponentially grow.
Okay, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I find child stars usually struggle to convert into adult stars.
Yeah.
You know, it's And I'll give you my theory why, and then you can we can have a discussion around it.
Okay.
It's because when you're a child star and like a child presenter, there is always an older director, an older person telling you how to feel, what to say, what to do. So you never really know how you're feeling. So nothing ever is coming from Wandile. And then you grow up, and now you're an adult, and you're supposed to have like your own direction, and you're just like, yeah, but where's the director to tell me how I feel?
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why they can't convert. Why are you the difference?
Well, I think the main thing for me was the surrounding of support that I had, you know. My old lady papa was just never about this whole, no, Kiako KTV, Globally presenting, they were never about KTV, Reggie's Rush. It was always about, no, you have to go to Randburg, do your lines, have fun, and when you come home, you're our son, you know. And that always helped. I mean, it was so important for me because I've got 3 brothers and a legion of cousins, you know. And when I was with them, it was like, oh, Kintuan, I'm just one of them, you know.
So this is the conversation they had with you, but yay, be celebrity,
Pa. Here,
Yeah.
you wash dishes, you clean the dog kennel, and I can smack you behind your head just because I want to, you know? So yeah, that was a big thing, I think. Just the grounding was very important.
And you took a break so you could go to Wits to study?
Yeah.
Was that like also a decision that was advised by your parents, or were you like, you know what, I just want to do this so I can have something?
No, it was really my older brother and my father, and they were just like, look, you have a passion, and you clearly want to pursue this passion. But I think go get some tactical, some real skills, you know. And it was important for me to go to Wits and really sort of hone my craft. I mean, I was talking to Sekoati, and it's like, it's one thing when you meet actors that have got just passion. And I say this to people, that it helps to go out there and really refine your craft. Go learn about Brecht, go learn about Stanislavski, go learn about poor theater, go learn about workshop theater. Because when you have all that arsenal of information, it makes you a better actor, you know.
And you know, and I suppose you know how it can be done in every aspect, so that you apply it when you put on your producer's hat as well.
Yeah.
You know, because you're crunching numbers and you're making sure that you guys are spending as little as possible to get the best product.
Yeah.
So when you know that, okay, you can do it this way, you know, then you're making money.
And there's something about when you have when you open your mind, you know, and you realize that actually there's not one way to tell a story. I mean, Boy Meets Girl is probably the most classic story, but when you actually read how many different ways people have done it before, you realize that actually there's a whole world of things that you don't know yet. And when you just get stuck in, no, I know how to act, you don't actually push yourself. How come line actela yon? Yo, naka actela yon.
Hey, when I demand.
Yeah, one.
Klisa
script. SABC 3, you're on stage now. It's like, yeah, dog, that's cool, but can you try it like this? You know, so it's important to always just try and grow yourself. And also, like, it's one thing that I admire about a lot of international actors.
Yeah.
You know, they never stop learning.
Ever.
They always go to the acting class, and you're like,
they're in
Kevin
improv
Spacey?
classes.
You're like,
they're in improv
really?
classes. That's what they've got acting coaches.
Yes.
You know, they just have everything because they're constantly absorbing all this knowledge.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that is Solomon Kalingube. He's always in theater, and I always ask myself, like, but he's so busy. Like, he's on The Queen, he's on Scandal, and where does he find time? But he always wants to pull out and just refine that skill again.
And go to the theater.
It's important, I think, you know.
All right, listen, stay with us. More coming up on the other side. I've got more difficult questions for him. These were the easy ones. Easy. It's getting real after this.
Hi, I'm Wandile Molebatsi. Do you know that getting circumcised reduces the risk of your partner getting cervical cancer? Protect yourself, protect others. Man up. Get circumcised.
To book for a free circumcision or to find out more, SMS your full name to 35255 and we'll call you back. It's free. Man up.
And welcome back here with Real Talk with myself, Anele. Wandile Molebatsi is just one of many celebrities lending his voice to the Man Up campaign. And as you've just seen, we'll be discussing the issue of voluntary male circumcision in the show just a little bit later. You may remember some of his stellar performances from movies such as Chappie and A Million Colors. He's also appeared in Machine Gun Preacher starring Jared Butler.
Like
this is Butler.
The whole Butler. The whole Butler. I'm telling you.
So you were there eating next to him during lunch?
Sitting at lunch, like, so much of it to Hollywood. Why? No, he's awesome. Though.
It's so funny because we're having a conversation before you came on that your mom and your grandmother and your entire family is going to shout at you because you didn't comb your hair.
I know. But there's a reason. I was going to comb my hair, and then what happened was...
What happened
was they said I have to be here at 3, so that I forgot to comb. But I'm going to comb my hair the next time, though.
Next time, though?
I will, though.
When you guys come here to launch Revolt, because I know Revolt is a movie that you and Sekoati did.
Yes.
And you said it's released in Japan.
It's Japan and Thailand so far.
How's it doing there?
It's doing awesome. I mean, the reviews have been incredible. I mean, the CGI that Joe did is just incredible, you know. And I think it's coming to South Africa in November. And I'm really excited to see how the audiences respond to it.
Okay, we want you guys back here for that. The entire cast.
And this time, Skawara
please. Because on Twitter, Miss Class is like, Wandile's hair, ne? Exclamation mark. And Harold Mekwa says, Wandile's hair is on fleek, though.
That's right.
And then Mukav says, please ask Wandile why it's so hard to get our movies in cinemas. And this is what you are quite passionate about. So unpack it.
I mean, I think it's a very big question. But one of the key stumbling blocks or the barriers to entry for cinema releases is the technological aspect. For example, I mean, in theaters, everything is 4K. So a lot of people want to...
You have to have shot it with an expensive camera for the quality to be able to live on a cinema because the screen is bigger, so everything is stretched.
100%. Okay. And the thing that we often forget about is actually the sound. I mean, the sound mix on Hear Me Move was almost 300,000 Rand just on the sound mix. Because, I mean, when you're in the theater, you've got like a 6.1 mix, you know, and so the sound design can't be sort of iffy. It can't be like, hey, but I can hear something in the background. It has
some
to be
movies are spending 300,000 to shoot the movie. Now, if you're saying just on the sound alone.
Just on sound alone, yeah. But what's exciting about South Africa is that there's institutions like the DTI, the NFEF, you know, where they're actually aggressively trying to get black guys to go out and write films. Because the great thing about film sets is that it creates employment. You know, you have 60, 80 people on set at a drop of a hat, you know.
And for 3 months at a go, so that's employment for people for 3 months.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
You're
incredible.
26 years old.
Yeah, I'm 33 years old.
How old are you?
33 years old.
You're not 26?
No, I look 38, no?
No, you look 22.
No, come on, Anele. Come on, I'm trying to have my like grown man face here.
Are you lying to me?
I'm not. I'm actually turning 38. I'm actually old. I'm like 38.
Wait, you've given me like 9 ages. You're giving me whiplash.
I'm old. I don't know how people always think
How old are you?
I'm 38. No, I'm 33. I'm 33.
What year were you born?
1984.
Okay, then you're not lying.
Yeah, everyone thinks I'm so young, but I'm not.
Because
I'm old. I'm an
like, there was a big debate in the office, and we're like, no, he's 26.
No.
Do you think because you were a child star like on KTV, everyone still thinks like, I'm not 16 though?
Yeah, I think it's just like people sort of freeze you, like they freeze you in a time in your mind. They're like, no, this guy is like 16 or maybe 21 max, and I'm like, no, but guys, I've got 2 kids.
I'm a married man.
I'm married, you know.
But you got married young.
Yes.
How old are you?
I was 20. This is my 4th anniversary.
There you are getting married.
Yes, my beautiful wife, Jessica.
You met her on a movie set?
Yes, she's a designer, and she was doing, because it was a period piece, I'm in colors, and so she was doing all the period like 1960s, 1970s clothing. So she was part of the wardrobe department, and I saw and I was like, no, I'm in trouble here. And then I walked around like this. No, I'm acting here. I'm here to act. I must
Why
focus.
don't you just act like you're not interested?
I was trying to. Like even like guys would make jokes and said like, one day you don't notice that girl. I'm like, no, I don't notice her. I don't notice anything.
Which girl?
What are you talking about?
Where is this?
They're like, dog, you like Jessica? I was like, no, I don't like Jessica. Leave me.
When did you finally tell Jessica that you liked her?
Probably about, we had a stint in KZN, and I sort of slipped up, and she was like, oh, and I hadn't actually shown my feelings to her. And I think it's sort of,
too busy.
I was too busy trying to be like, stuff things. Say, well, hey, yeah, man, hey, what time is lunch? And then, you know, I slipped up, and she was like, oh, okay, this guy likes me.
Okay. And you said a lot of people thought you guys were getting married young, you know.
Yeah.
And you've spoken out about that, you know, about how to keep things going. What's your advice when it comes to that?
I think it sounds so cliche. It's important not to forget that your wife is going to change and she's going to become different people. Because the one thing you don't want is to marry
the one person, and then expect them to be this one person.
5 years later to be the same person. You know, Jessica changes. Like her designs go from caramel tea garden to like she now does couture bridal and she now has 2 kids.
Did she design her own dress?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so it's like, and when you accept that, you know, my wife's going to change, then she will allow you to change, and you then grow and you swell, and it becomes beautiful. It never becomes stale, which is very important.
What has being a father taught you about yourself? Ooh, a difficult question.
Whoa, ish, Debra. No, I think.
Oh my word! Look at your kid.
I look at you.
Oh my word! Oh, that is so cute.
Man,
okay.
I think it's taught me that I used to be very erratic. You know, I used to be in a band, sleep maybe 2-3 hours a day, get up and gig, and then go on to set and do a scene, and get on to set, and you know, like, and it's just there's an anchoring now that my kids give me, which is just incredible. And it's helped me focus, you know, like, no, dude, you can't do everything. You need to choose 4 or 5 things and do them really well.
And, you know, you mentioned your parents briefly, but just you mentioning them and in their demeanor towards you made me realize what kind of home you grew up in. You didn't grow up in a house, you grew up in a home, right? Yeah. So what did your dad teach you that you want to make sure that you teach to your kids?
The one thing that my father taught me, which I love, is the idea of agency. You know, that you can't put things on other people. At some point, you need to own your destiny and make it work. Oh, wow. You know, I love that. I love that. My father's always been like, yeah, but Munabali, what are you doing about it? You know, what are you doing to change your reality? And I think that's why I love the Man Up campaign, because it's like, look, guys, men can affect our wives' sexual health. Yeah. It's an act that we can do that affects our whole family. And that's a big thing that I want to teach my kids, that actually there's nothing that you can't do. And it sounds so trite and so cheesy. But
no, but they have to hear it.
They have to hear it. That actually when you own a decision, it makes a world of difference.
And you know, you can hear that, like some kids watching this right now, and they're listening to us saying, you know, there's nothing you can't do. And we're not lying, really, there is nothing you can't do. Yeah. But when you're hearing it from somebody who's your own dad or your own mom, you know, because it is backed up by love, it's a lot more authentic. So as much as people hear it and we read it, it's important that it comes from our parents.
Yeah. And it's important to say it with a sense of opportunity. That you know, it's not like there's this little corner of the world that you must dwell in. There's the whole world that you can exist in. And it's not about South Africa, it's not about Joburg, it's not about Cape Town, it's about the entire world, which is what is great about South Africa today.
Hence, he's got movies breaking there in Japan and Thailand. After the break, we're taking a look at the Man Up campaign. Send us your voice notes with your questions to our WhatsApp line. There'll be a doctor here. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Sekoati Tsubane, aka SK, and I'm getting circumcised. Why? Because being circumcised reduces your risk of contracting all STIs, including HIV. Get circumcised. Man up.
To book for a free circumcision or to find out more, SMS your full name to 35255 and we'll call you back. It's free. Man up.
You're still with Real Talk on SABC3, where the stage is yours, and it's time to talk men's health issues. The World Health Organization wants 25 million men across 14 priority countries in Africa, including South Africa, to be circumcised by 2020. That is 3 years away. Research lists one of the benefits of voluntary circumcision as reducing a man's lifetime risk of contracting HIV by 60%. I've been speaking to actors and producers Sekoati Tsubane and Wandile Molebatsi, and now we're joined by Dr. Josephine Oshere Darko. Welcome. I'm going to come straight to you. So there's always debate around circumcision. I want your professional opinion around it. Why is it necessary?
It's necessary because it's a small, short procedure, but it's got numerous benefits. Yeah. So the benefits include, like they've been talking about, reduction of HIV by 60%, penile hygiene, just being clean down there, it's very important. And also family health, so protection against cervical cancer on the female side, as well as penile cancer for the males. So, it's found that a lot of males carry the virus that causes penile cancer. So if you're circumcised, your chance of getting the penile cancer is reduced, and the chance of passing it over to your partner is also reduced. And, things like urinary tract infections, so infections in the bladder for children is reduced as well. So there are a lot of benefits. It's a small procedure, but if you count the benefits, it's worth the short time that you, and the short wait that you have.
Sekoati, when they approached you, I mean, men would rather run 10Ks that way in the blistering heat before they take any health responsibility head on, It's like an ostrich. I'm just going to hide my head here and it's going to pass. So when they approach you, were you hesitant? You're like, guys, I can't go on TV talking about circumcision.
No. I was very excited.
Really?
Yeah, I
Why?
love controversy. No, because I actually feel very strongly about it, you know what I mean? Especially with the aspect of the cervical cancer, you reduce the risk of passing it on to your partner.
Oh, wow.
And it's Women's Month. We need to take care of our ladies, eh?
Every month.
Well, you guys have a holiday. We don't have a holiday.
Wandile, I mean, you think you know it all, right? You're like, no, I've heard about it. When you joined the Man Up campaign, I just wanted you to tell me some of the things that you were like, really? I didn't know that. That is amazing.
I think for me, the big shock was the cervical cancer issue, because I think for a lot of us, it's like, circumcision is about me. It's about what I have to go through. But when you think about doing this procedure and you can actually protect your wife, I thought that was incredible. That for me is a reason to do it.
Okay, so we've actually got a very interesting question, and I think y'all can take it on. Roll it.
I'm Penny from Mafikeng. I wanted to ask Wandile about something regarding the circumcision and whatnot. The thing is, I have a little brother, he's 20. We don't have any male figure in the house. I really want to ask him if he has been circumcised or not. I know he hasn't, just that I don't know how to start the conversation or to help him out. I really want to help him out, and I want to talk to him, just that I don't know how to do it. Can he please tell me how to, tackle that out?
That's a great question.
It's an amazing question, actually.
It's such a good one, because in South Africa, of course, the whole idea of circumcision is quite taboo,
Yes.
And I think because he's 20, it'd be good for them to sit down and have a talk, to be very frank, to be like, look, my brother, I love you, and I want you to be safe, and I want you to be healthy. There's this procedure. It's very, very simple, not too painful. Within 5 weeks, you'll be back to normal. And I think that's the best way to approach it. I must say, though, that it's hard sometimes when you're speaking to a girl about things like this. And if there is a male figure, even a friend, or even like an uncle who exists, kokasi or kostrating, that you could talk to, who could broach the discussion, that would be the way to do it. But I love that question. It's such a good one.
And she's like, he's my brother, and we don't have a male figure in the house. How do I go about it? But I like that. Just go up to him like, look, I love you and I want you to be healthy.
And he's 20, like you be like, yo, homie, you're grown.
Or drop subtle hints. Go get like pamphlets and stuff. Just leave them lying around.
You're like, oh, look.
What's this?
Do you know about the health benefits you will get by getting circumcised? And it's free. What are the chances?
3522. Simple.
I think just to add, one thing that we've seen is the partner. So if he has a girlfriend, it's very easy for her to start the conversation, because it's about exactly. So I think that is another way that she could advise a girlfriend to say, start talking about that. You see, and it works most of the time.
Here's the thing, I'm Xhosa, so for me, like it was always just a given that they're always just gonna do that, But I want to know when people are speaking against circumcision, what facts are they making? Because we need to understand why they wouldn't want to, as opposed to just saying, we want you to get circumcised.
I think it's more about if you don't circumcise, at the initiation school, you're not a man. I think it's more the belief and the medical way doesn't make you be the person that you're supposed to be. So it's never really hard facts. I think even the medical side really has more facts, because we can really back our facts with evidence.
Outside now, so let's leave Xhosa guys aside now. Outside of that, just people in jail, like this 20-year-old guy who doesn't want, is it the pain that they don't want to get into?
Yes, fear of pain. That's our biggest stumbling block. So they've overcome it, so we give them a clap.
So really, how painful was it?
No, I think the pain is is there. You can't deny it.
But you can get medicine.
But you can get over it.
And it's minimal.
SK says
Minimal
something very.
pain.
It's like it's 5 weeks of discomfort for
entire life of you know what I mean, of health.
I
love
that. Because also I'm thinking, like, I had a C-section. I was also in pain. Look at me out here living.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we all have our certain levels of pain that we must put up with, right? Okay.
And I mean, it's just like injection here and there, 2 injections, and you numb throughout the procedure. And then afterwards you have some discomfort. But it's men in pain. It's not.
So we know men don't do well with
Man
pain.
flu. Okay, one more WhatsApp voice note.
Hello, Anele. My name is Melusi from Pietermaritzburg. What I wanted to ask was that why don't Abobuti Wandile make emphasis with the circumcision that even post-circumcision, the people should actually use condoms because people get blinded by actually getting circumcised and not depending on condoms.
Oh, that's very true.
Well, we're going to get there.
Yeah,
we are now here.
We are now here. No, it's very important to circumcise. I mean, to condomize.
Circumcise and then condomize.
At all times. And unless you're getting married and you and your partner have gone for the tests and you are committed to each other, then you want to make a family, that's the only time when you can say, okay, sharp, but if you're still young and you're still finding yourself, it's very, very important to condomize all the time.
And I was saying to Dr. outside that actually there's 60% chance that it's a reduced risk.
But it's not.
That's 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like some people think that once you're circumcised, it's just a for away. That's not the case at all.
And I mean, even STIs. We found that it only reduces the risk of some STIs. So the ulcers. So you can, like I was telling them downstairs, you can still get the discharges even when you're circumcised. Because we don't go into the passage where the discharge comes from. We remove the foreskin where the ulcers could have occurred. So you see, that's also another way of, reason for protection.
So what's that number again? I have to wrap?
35255.
35255. SMS there. The circumcisions are free. The Man Up campaign. Thank you so much to my guests and to you for joining us at home. So tomorrow we're going to end off your week on an inspirational high as we welcome international motivational speaker Robin Banks onto Real Talk. We'll see you then. Thank you, guys.